curveball that you didn't even announce a curveball.
We are getting kicked out of this studio.
What?
Oh, wait.
Because we are black.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
Get your weekly dose of R&R. Hey.
Well, what up? This is your boy, Doughboy.
What's the main camera? This one.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kevin.
And we are back from Thanksgiving edition on another episode of Started to the Right. Righteous and ratchet, and I just hit 260. I am so skinny, I can't stop looking at myself in the mirror. I want to 25. Huh? So we're back.
Complete curveball.
Oh, curveball?
Complete curveball.
Wait, you have a
the
curveball?
ripper?
Complete curveball.
This is such a curveball that you didn't even announce a
We
curveball.
are getting kicked out of this studio.
What?
Oh, wait.
Because we are black.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. I've been waiting to tell you about this.
How are you just
Wait,
gonna drop
what?
this on us now?
You
Yeah,
just
what are
want to
you
be the one that
talking
gets curveballs all the time?
Don't do this to
I let
me.
you put the secret on the right pack. Patreon, shout out to y'all. Patreon people are watching this live.
I'm about to cuss right now.
Let me tell
We're
you
getting
what
kicked out because
happened.
we're black?
Let me tell you what happened.
It's the lady next door. She's a POC too.
Let me tell you, it's different between POC
I'm
and black.
sick.
There's a difference between POC and black.
What's POC?
Person
Personal
of color.
color.
Okay, cool.
Come on, man.
Let me tell you what happened. And you keep us on time because these ads still got to happen.
Oh, they're happening. We're
I'm
what?
at Queen and Slim with my lovely queen, who's also slim. You are Queen and Slim.
Yeah.
All in one.
Yeah.
She even had the braids and then
She did.
That was you.
I'm watching Queen and Slim.
Uh-huh.
I get a
listen
text
to
from Greg. Okay, I'm gonna read the text to you.
Goolsby?
Goolsby.
Okay.
I get a text from Goolsby. I'm gonna read it to you. Okay.
Zone 6 finest.
What unit's the owner in?
Josh, just hush and listen to the story.
What unit is the owner
He's
in,
not
Kevin?
in here.
They think you joking in the thing. I don't think he's
No,
playing.
I'm dead serious. I'm not playing.
Kev wouldn't lie about this. He spent too much money to joke about this.
No. Trust me, I'm not playing. This is the text I get from Greg. He calls me in Queen and Slim. I say, at the movies, I'll call you back. Greg says, lady came in the studio, says she owns a place and said they getting complaints that someone lives in the unit. What type of business do you have here? This is a question the lady asked. And I'm like, OMG, stands for oh my God. He said, I told her to leave and if she owns it, to call the people renting, me and Melissa.
Right.
Okay. I said, we don't even be there. Greg said, check the camera. I said, well, she an older lady. Yeah, older lady, redacted is her name.
Okay.
Okay. I said, I'm going to call the guy when I leave here. Okay. 3 minutes later, literally 3 minutes later, I get a call from 818.
So you didn't even get to call?
No, I'm in Queen and Slim.
Slim, right.
Paying respect,
Right.
lean away.
Okay.
He calls me. I tell Melissa, this is probably this dude, right? Go and pick up, answer the phone, and I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, I'm not renewing your lease. When y'all lease ends at the end of February, I'm not renewing it. Y'all have to leave. I'm like, what? Why? What are you talking about? Well, I said, why are you not renewing the lease? Well, we really don't have to have a reason. We feel like, we just been having so many problems. People have been complaining. I'm like, complaining about what?
You don't even be here.
I said, we don't even be there.
You've been gone for 2
Patronize the
months.
business.
I said, we don't
Oh, this dude outside, the older dude?
No. This is the owner dude, right?
You smoking the cig in the corner?
No.
Let me find out who
I'm
it is,
gonna tell y'all the story. If
I don't
you
even
shut
get
your
like
traps.
this. I'm sorry.
So I'm like, dude, we don't even be there. He's like, it doesn't matter. I'm not renewing the lease. So I'm pissed. So I'm like, all right, man, bye. Hang up on him. Go back into the movie. Literally for like 1 minute, and I'm just like, the movie's playing, but in the movies when the sound just goes off.
And I'm asking questions.
And I'm like, what happened? And this, and I'm like, nah. Because now, mind you, pause this story for a second.
Okay.
Remember the first week we were here, they called the cops on us.
Yes.
Yeah.
From that moment, I told Melissa, I said, they're not going to renew this lease. I said, we better start looking for a new office space. She was like, nah, Kev. I'm like, nah, man, I be seeing how these people look at us. They're not going to renew this lease. She was like, no, Kev, we're going to be fine. I said, promise you. At my line list, I said, they're not, from that first week when they called the cops on us, I said, they're not going to renew this lease from the moment. Because that moment that you black people get when you're walking around the store and people are following, remember we were in New York? I get
There's
that
a black
feeling.
church here, bro.
It's a night. I'm gonna get to that point. Hold that thought. I'm gonna
I'm
get to that
sorry.
point.
I'm jumping
So
all
when I
kind of guns.
walk in here, from the looks of that lady right there, and from that dude, and from the people down here, Korean people, I get that look. all the time, right? I chop it up with my boy downstairs, the cleaner. I go out of my way to take my clothes to him.
Patronize his business.
Patronize his business. I say hello to everybody, right? So I say, you know what? I'm calling him back, right? Because I'm like, nah, you're
gonna give me a reason, bro.
Oh, listen,
you're gonna give me a reason.
Listen, too hot.
I can't wait. I can't wait to
Listen,
see
black
this
woman
form.
too hot, fussing at me.
Right.
I call the dude back. I say, man, listen why are you not renewing this lease? Like, I need to know why.
Right.
Technically, legally, you don't have to tell me why.
But man to
I
man.
need to know
Right,
why.
right.
Well, so back up a little bit. We've been having problems in this thing. Like, we got a piece of paper. Somebody's been stuffing toilet tissue in the toilets and then flushing. There's been water everywhere. Right. So he's like, we just been having problems. And somebody's, one of my people, they've been complaining that somebody's living there. I'm like, how can somebody complain? We don't even be there. Right. And I said, okay, but, obviously, we don't live there. I said, I told you when I came to rent this place, we're a podcast studio and we're selling shirts. So yes, people might be here late or early because they could be dropping off orders, picking up orders.
I'd be here
We
late
fly out
sometimes,
of
too. I don't sleep
LAX
here.
late all the time. We come and pack shirts or grab them and leave. Like, but even that is rare, right? Well, my wife went in there and talked to your guy and he wouldn't give her the right answers. I said, how is he supposed to know who she is?
Right.
I said, I have never seen his wife to this day.
Right.
I said, you never come here, right? So we had a broken sink over there, broken light bulbs over there. I called this dude over the last 2 months countless times. Yo, the sink doesn't work. Yo, the AC's off. The heat's not working. What's up? No response. Leave messages, no response. I said, I've called you how many times? You've never answered my calls, never hit me back, never did nothing. But now when there's a problem, you now have my number to call me back. I said,
all
you know
of a
what?
sudden. And people to send to your front door.
Yes. I said, this is because we're black. Straight up. I said, you're kicking us out because we're black. I said, what, do you think we're selling drugs? No, I never said that. Because I was like, bro, first of all, we don't have to ever stay here again. But we're gonna have this conversation.
Facts.
You ain't finna just have me skirt off into the distance like, oh yes, so we good. Nah, you think because we're black, we're doing something we ain't got no business doing. And we ain't doing nothing but what we said we were gonna do. No, you can ask anyone. I'm from Egypt.
My
and
best
I
friend
never
is
had,
black.
I'm gonna get him here on the phone.
The long version of my best friend is black.
Right.
I said, man, I pay my rent every time on the first check. Every time. We are not even there but 2 days of a 7-day week. On those 2 days, one day is 2 hours tops, dear Kev. The next day, our long day, is 10 to 3. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Not even
we don't get
here.
tired. Maybe Greg comes and packs some shirts by himself, then leaves. Like, stop, right?
And Greg packing shirts, I want to be clear, is since
Thanksgiving, Black Friday week. Before that, our merch has been off since the tour.
So down.
We didn't even have no merch, so nobody was in here, right? So here's why I say it's because we're black. I said, you think I'm gonna tell you what it is, discrimination. This is. So Josh said we have a Nigerian church in here, right? Here's why they're not discriminated on. Nigerian church is in here on Sunday for a couple of days. They do what they're supposed to do. Anything out of the norm, we got a problem. The truth is they got a problem with somebody messing with the toilets. He was like, it's a homeless person. The dude told me that when we first moved in here, they got a problem with homeless because it's the bottom floor is not gated off.
Right.
This top floor is gated off. So the people leave the gate or whatever, homeless people come in there. So I said, you've had a homeless problem since before we rented this.
He said he thinks, no. He thinks a tenant or an old tenant gave the homeless dude the key so he can come in and out.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to use the bathroom. But that was a problem he had when we moved in.
Right. So here's the thing. I said, so now you got a problem with the toilets. You think it's us. Because you saw Greg one time coming at 4 o'clock in the morning because Greg been killing himself printing these shirt orders.
Working.
He coming at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Working
because
hard.
Greg is like, and I'm going to tell you what it is. Greg didn't answer the lady's questions the way she wanted him to. She was trying to peek in, and Greg told her, hey, we pack shirts. We're packing shirts right now. He said she's trying to peek in. So eventually he's just like, she's like, who are you? He's like, well, who are you? I don't know. You could be anyone.
Exactly.
Well, I'm the owner's wife. He's like, well, if you're the owner's wife, then y'all call the owners of this thing.
And act like an owner's wife. You don't just show up just asking questions.
Yes, and expecting. So now what happened?
I'm angry.
You think I'm not angry?
Oh my
You think this stuff is
God.
free?
I was up till probably 1 o'clock this morning stewing over this.
So listen, so what happens is you feel like now and this is what discrimination comes in. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, it's fine. But when there's a problem, you know what? It probably was them.
I was just looking for a reason.
It can't make sense. This is what I honestly think. In addition solution to this problem, they can't for the life of them make sense of young black people coming in and out of this building. What are y'all doing?
Yes.
Bro, this whole place is a front.
When they
they're
absolutely
they're
money
pushing.
laundering.
I've seen
when
Irish
they come in and they see those couches, and here's the thing that frustrates me, though. I told this
Put
man
so much work and time.
work, money, right?
Bro.
So now let me. He calmed down. Because I said, you want me to have my employee I said, the dude over here, this is the dude you told us to talk to. If I ever had an issue, we talk to him. Not to you. We talk to him. You've never even said, hey, there's an issue with this. What do y'all think? I said, I go down there and talk to Johnny all the time. We chop it up all the time. You would just assume that because there's an issue, it has to be us.
Has to be.
No, my friend, brother, I know all the people.
I don't want to hear my friend and my brother.
bro.
Oh, he said, you know what? I apologize. Because when you think about it, my wife, you wouldn't know my wife. No, duh, you wouldn't know
dummy.
my wife. I've never seen this woman. She could say she's anybody. And here's one more thing. Him and his wife don't even have the same last name.
No.
So the last name she gave Greg isn't even his
There
last
is no
name.
way that he could
So
have
even
even
if Greg said, hey, this lady's name is this his wife? You're like, nah, his name is something else. And here's the thing, because they're not white. They're from Israel, right? So I don't want people to think, oh, white people, like, and I don't even think they're the ones that call the cops on us. It was another tenant that called the cops on us. And somebody else is the one that thinks we're living. I'm like, living here? Well, there's a couch in there. I said, I told you from the beginning, it is a set.
Bro, they have couches in all the other. Oh my God.
I said it's
bro.
not even a traditional office. It's not I told you this from the beginning. And here's what how close are we to the situation?
We got like 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay.
And
I got you.
Just keep going.
Okay, so here's the thing that
perfect,
frustrates me most, and we'll come back to this thought. But this is the thought that me and Melissa, because when he calmed down, he was like, well, y'all can go month to month.
No.
Nah, bro.
Sir, you think I'm about to leave my whole company and business in the hands of you month to month when this is who you think you are?
It's just.
And here's my thing. So me and Melissa pissed. She mad, like, call him back. We get our Queen and Slim. I'm like, I said, listen, we already went back at him. I said, I already gave it to him, but I want to give it to him. Call it. So we called. This woman was so livid. She driving just anywhere, right? We supposed to be going to pick up the kids from school.
over?
She going a different direction.
She on the
I'm
405
she
east.
driving, the phone on speaker.
She's weaving through cars.
She looking at the speakerphone. So what I need you to understand is,
Sir.
mind you, she's driving.
Right.
What I need you to, ma'am, are you clapping with both hands and driving on a street that leads to, I was like, where you going? I don't know, I'm just driving. Don't ask me that. Or just the car needs to go. So she's like, we need to have a meeting with you and your wife, because
Come on,
y'all gonna
Melissa.
come down here and tell us.
Let's
That's
go.
why. That's why we didn't shoot yesterday.
Just come around.
Let's come around. But before we go here,
while
like,
she comes
listen,
around.
listen. I've been okay.
Get your stool.
Speaking of who's in newly relationship and who's been having sex, me. Okay, now I'm mad about this, but I was even madder when I wasn't having sex on a regular basis, and when I did, it was poor sex. So now I needed to increase my performance and get that extra confidence in bed. So listen up, BlueChew.com. That's blue like the color blue. Okay, this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Now you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. Listen up, BlueChew.com. That's blue like the color blue. Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredient as Viagra and Cialis. You can take them anytime, day or night, even on a full stomach. And since they're chewable, they'll work up to twice as fast as a pill, so you can be ready whenever an opportunity arises. Now, Blue Chew is prescribed online by licensed physicians, so you don't have to go to the doctor's office or wait in line at the pharmacy, and it ships right to your door in a discreet package. I like that because I don't like people all up in my business. Now listen to this.
They was all up in our business.
You know, so they're made in the USA, and since Blue Chew prepares and ships direct, they're cheaper than a pharmacy, and best of all, there's no more awkwardness. Right now, we've got a special deal for our listeners. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use our promo code RR. Just pay the $5 shipping. Again, that's BLUECHEW.com, promo code RR to try it free. Blue Chew is the better, cheaper, faster choice, and we thank them for sponsoring this podcast. Okay, cool. All right, so back to this.
So we're driving. Lissa is leaning into him even more. Okay. Now, I already had calmed him down because I'm like, listen, man, if I never talk to you again, you're not going to just get away with, oh, we don't have to renew your lease because we don't want to.
Right.
You're going to have to tell me to my face
Man,
or
yeah.
on this phone, man to
Man to
man,
man.
it's because I'm black.
Right.
Ain't it? You're going to have to live with that on your conscience.
Right.
And know what I know he heard. Oh, shoot, discrimination, lawsuit,
Lawsuit.
potential this and that. Like, no,
He
we
don't
can't
even know who you are.
We're getting 10
He
bands
has
out of
no
this.
Let me
idea.
so this is the thing that frustrates me the most, right? Because part of my, you know me,
I know you very
I don't
well.
need nobody. I'll burn this place.
Yeah.
Everybody will
today.
know. I'll come back and
Yes.
own this. Not literally burn this place
Right,
because
right,
if it
right.
burns down, I had nothing to do with that.
Right.
But you get what you
Right,
get.
right, right,
But
right,
I'll
yeah,
never
yeah.
do a crime.
Right, right,
You
right.
understand me?
Right,
I'm
right.
already black in America. I
Yeah,
ain't gonna
yeah.
be a black criminal on top of that. You
Right.
feel me?
Yeah.
So, but here's my thing. Either way, I'm pissed, right? Because if I don't want to have to, well, we can go month to month. You
No,
think I want
no.
you to you to have the power where you could feel
At any
like
point?
I've got to prove my worth to you. Please let me stay. I'll leave today. Like that's how pissed I am.
Right.
I'll leave today because I don't have to prove nothing to
You're
you.
not gonna
I don't need
disrespect
this
me.
place. Matter of
Right.
fact, I wanted a bigger place from the beginning. When I
Right.
was looking for stuff, I was like, listen, we should get a bigger place we could grow into. And she was like, nah. And I went with her because we ain't never paid for no office before. So I'm
Right.
like, things ain't working. We need to
a
be
good
able to
call.
get out
Yeah,
the
that's
lease.
me.
And we
Yeah.
back to her room. It's cool. But I'm like, nah, I think it's gonna be cool. And
Right.
luckily it was cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the time we did it, we don't know. But the thing that pissed me off is this. I speak to everyone. Pay on time. I patronize the businesses around
Just
there.
to do it. I know you did it
I
just
don't
to do it,
even-
just on some
no,
just.
the shirts don't
Didn't even
be
need it.
dirty.
You just be like, I seen you do
I
that.
say hello to every person because I know what you're already thinking. Great credit ain't Hana.
Right.
I show them bank statements. You seen it. Security deposit. None of it's a problem. I'll pay 6 months if you need me to.
Right.
I do all that stuff, and guess what? It doesn't matter,
Nah, man.
And that's the thing that infuriated me. It's like we don't be in here smoking weed. We don't
None
be
of
paying
that.
like we don't even be here. We rent this thing for 2 days.
We race outside once in a while.
Once in a while.
Literally. We did that one time.
Once.
And everybody came
in
out
the
too,
middle of
though.
the, Josh, but I watched
Once.
that video was 4 minutes long.
It was
Once.
literally right. We were outside for a
That's
max
the
of 2 or 3
and that
minutes.
was 4 minutes tops, and then we'd be gone for
We'd be
on
gone.
tour. We were gone for a month at a time.
We were here
Yeah.
at most 6 days a month
At
during.
most.
That is-
And it's like
And you pay for all the days of
we
the
pay
month.
for all the days. And when you're black, it don't matter whether I paid on time or late, whether I'm a model citizen or not. When there's a problem, it's me.
Absolutely.
It has to be them.
There's no other.
And I said, Eli, you never even called me, bro.
Ever.
You ain't even just.
You never
You didn't
even
even
asked
talk.
me.
But you know what I guarantee he did every month? Cash that check.
Oh, I know he
I
cashed
promise
that
you.
check.
And when
I
it
promise you
cleared-
he wanted that every month.
So me and Melissa were literally sitting up in the bed last night, like we couldn't sleep
I couldn't
because it was a stark reminder. Oh, y'all black.
Yeah.
Like we think everything moving forward and California is more liberal and we're not in the South. All that don't matter. When
And
there's
you
a
just saw
problem with
Queen
the
and Slim,
toilets-
too, so-
And I just saw Clean and Slim, and Tony sent me this album called Jim Crow by
you're ready to
Ad
fight.
2.
You're ready to
I'm
fight.
like,
You
bro,
turned up
I
right
was
now.
in the gym this morning, eyes on bloodshot. I put up 375 on the bench with one hand because I was furious.
I'm
I was
mad for
literally
you.
like, we put so much money into this studio.
Look at
sorry,
Only
guys.
because he was like, dude, I've had renters for years, 5-10 years. And you could tell by this place, people don't be coming in and out. So I would have never put this,
Bro.
that whole set.
We're taking it.
You designed the whole thing in there?
I'm taking the walls.
So me and Melissa were like, so I come home from JoJo's soccer practice. She like, I didn't call my mama. I didn't call my dad. I didn't talk to my sister. Now you don't come over here. You got to say your piece, how you feel. You ain't said nothing, but you was all talky behind the camera.
You've been on the mic.
I'm off the mic, and I want to hear what you got to say because we was mad.
I was mad. What do you want me to start? It's a couple things.
Okay.
Okay. Thing number one is one of his complaints was that he thought somebody was living here. He thought that we would have traditional business hours, and he had camera footage of us coming in and out of the building late at night.
Was that me?
So me, huh?
They don't have
No,
cameras. Josh.
no, but
They do
even-
have
Later in
cameras.
the conversation, we're like, "Where's
No.
the camera footage?"
So I said,
cameras are too expensive. I don't have cameras.
Wait, he said we have
Yeah.
camera
He- no,
footage.
he
then
backed
camera-
up on that?
Yes.
But
So
this
this
was
is
like-
this
Is
what
he here
happened.
right now?
No. This is what happened.
That's
Let
what
me
I was
pause,
asking,
Melissa.
bro.
Let me pause, Melissa. That's what she did. I'm on the phone driving to the house. Let's go to the office right
Don't
now.
talk about
So after we left the theater, no, literally, after we left the theater, I'm like, Kev, You got all your aggression out. I haven't. So call him right now.
I need to talk to him.
I need to talk to him. But beyond, more than just like I want to like yell, I also want to have a you say you have us on camera, cue
the footage.
Cue it up.
What are you doing right now? I'm 5 minutes away. I'll meet you there. No, and I mean that
No
literally.
cap. Yeah.
So even when I was driving, part of the reason I'm like, let's have a meeting. When do you want it? ASAP, surely.
He's like, after the
ASAP,
holidays.
surely.
So he's
like, no, I prefer it not after the holidays.
He's like, well, I can't meet right now. Can we do it after the holidays? This is urgent.
Yeah, this is.
I have time. If this is,
All the
where
time.
are you?
What
if
holidays
you have
is he-
the footage,
Christmas?
Christmas. Yes.
What?
If you have the
There's
footage,
2 checks between now and then.
Listen,
Sorry,
if you
Liz.
have the footage and you are so confident that it is us, let
Show
us
us
sit
what?
together and let's queue up your footage. Let's have a discussion about it.
Right.
Oh, now you don't even have the footage because you're fishing.
Wow.
And what you can't say, the reason you keep saying, I don't have to have a reason, because what you can't audibly say aloud because it's against the law, is simply your blackness makes me uncomfortable.
Oh.
Hey.
What you simply can't say is, I can't figure out for the life of me how these young people have the money to have this building and dress it up all nice and have, they have to be doing something illegal. So if that's how you feel. So I said, when I got on the phone, listen, I feel,
it's fine.
Let's talk real
sorry.
quick.
You ain't gotta bleep him now.
I'll leave it in.
Stand on it.
James, I feel targeted and I feel discriminated against, and I feel like it's coming from nowhere. Wow. So I need to understand, because he's like, well, we've had this problem. He was trying to divert the conversation. I said, well, let's keep the main thing the main thing.
Keep your eye on the ball.
In
Right.
I sure did.
Well, I am not trying to hear that.
How about we keep the main thing the main thing? And I told him, I said, you've had the problem with the
gate.
The
Homeless people?
toilets flooding. From the moment we got here, you told us this. I'm confused as to now how you've ascribed that problem to us.
And now put the problem on you, like it's because of you. You told us about this problem when we got here.
Then you tell us that people can't be, I thought it would be traditional business hours. Are you getting your check?
Every
Listen,
single
Mind your business and let me allow me to mind mine.
Mind the business that pays you, which is me.
Yes.
Shut up. And I told him, I said, first of all, this is when you're black. I told him, you guys scoot up to the mic too. I said, and because we're black,
Right.
I foresee this as an issue, right? Because remember I told y'all back when we did the plays, we were at the dude's business who owned the whole building. And we were outside after a play rehearsal at 10 o'clock with the bay door open, and you can see the set. We're inside of the fence, inside of the building. It is obvious. We're not moving stuff in or out. Police pull up. What y'all doing here? Well, we just finished play rehearsal. What does that mean? Well, sir, there's a play set in there.
You know what a play is, sir?
We're standing here like we were like
Hamilton?
part of the ownership team of this.
Right.
Like, this is our building. We're not, well, y'all shouldn't be out here this late at night if you're not up to no good. Well, sir, we are inside of the gate. There's lights on. It was a weekend. We had kids, like Aunt's kids were there. Like, what crime are we committing with these lights on, standing here talking? No skull mask. So it's that feeling of, I'm gonna tell you what discrimination is. It's not that you're black. It's that you're black and you're doing something you don't have no business doing. Right. That's the Trayvon Martin thing. Why is he walking around with a hoodie? That's the thing, though. It's why are you doing something that you shouldn't be doing? That you should be working like everybody else. That's why I told him from the beginning, we're not gonna be in there that much because I don't want you to think, well, they paying all this money. They don't even come in here. What are they up to? Why they don't buy this office? I said we travel on the weekend, so we're not gonna be here that much. Right? 1, maybe 2 days a week. We sell merchandise, so you're gonna see different people coming in and out. So I literally told him all of this at the beginning, so he has a frame of reference of this business, because I can anticipate, here's what they're gonna do. They came in late. There's more than one. I haven't seen this person because I'm at, Sosa's gonna drop off merch. Like, this is when it was just me and Josh and Liz.
And he didn't question none of that with as fast as he tried to sign that lease too.
Exactly.
Just trying to get the money. But when there's a problem, he forgets all this information that I
It's
told
like, oh
him.
yeah, you're black.
And yes, I told him.
Oh yeah.
I said, I don't understand, because Kev's like, we've been nothing but model tenants here, which is true. I said, I don't understand. We pay our rent on time every time. In fact, to a point where Kev was like, I'm going to write out all the checks for the year, stuff and put them in this drawer, so that way, even if we're out of town and we can't physically go, someone can go into the drawer and pay. That type of, you know what I mean? I said, you've seen our credit score. You've seen our reserves for in case something happens. And yet we're the ones being attacked. Yet we're the ones that are being put out. And we've literally given you no reason. I said, on any day that you're in the office, because he's never here, I said, we film on Mondays and Tuesdays. Feel free to come in on any day and see what we have going on here.
And here's what I realized. His wife
He came to her
feels
aid.
like, oh, absolutely. She feels like it I don't like the way you answered this question.
Right.
The fact that Greg didn't answer the question the way she wanted it, and she wanted to be able to come in. Like Greg said, he literally had him and Serena literally had Greg. He said, here's the shirts. Here's the postage. Here's a postal bag. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, man. Like,
but he shouldn't even have to do
that's the thing.
that.
And that's what's frustrating, because he didn't even have to give her that, but he did. So she's like, well, it looks like somebody's living here. Well, this is a set. Like, it's like no matter what, when
gonna
you've already
find
made up
something.
my mind
Yeah.
that it's y'all, it doesn't matter what I say.
We can just stop the conversation because I'm not
that's
going to
why
get out of this.
at
That's
that
why
point, it
Greg
was
was
done.
like,
Right.
okay, you know what? You need to leave. If you have an issue, call the owners and have them explain it to you. But that phone call isn't, hey, Kev, what's been going on? We've been having an issue. Do you know anything about that?
And
It's
the
Have a rake. Just talk to somebody like a functioning human being.
but it's not. It's because I think it's y'all. We're not renewing your lease. And here's the funny part. We'll leave. Trust me.
We didn't want to be here anyway.
Facts.
We will leave, right? But that's not going to solve the problem. You're still going to have the toilet problem and the
Right.
homeless
Your
problem.
homeless
because
problem.
it's not
Right.
us.
Right.
Can I just say something really quickly? You know another way to solve this problem that he says he has? Change the locks.
Come on, that's a very simple thing.
Because what he actually
New keys. They're not that expensive.
because what he actually said was that he believes one of his old tenants, this is what he told us when we first moved in, one of his old tenants gave the homeless dude a key. And that's how the guy gets in and out to use the bathroom. So instead of blaming us, put some money, and that's what I told him too. I said, you know why I'm actually upset, and sorry, I'm gonna stop talking in a minute.
No, you're good.
And I'm upset is because I've invested money into your facility. I've painted your walls. I've changed your light fixtures, and now I'm being unfairly targeted and discriminated against, and I've done nothing but been above board with you. You know what discrimination really is, and why it's exhausting sometimes to be black in America? Because no matter what you do to prove yourself, it is never enough.
Never.
Exactly.
I said we over here trying to pay our taxes, have a 800 credit score, put some money into the bank. Let me explain to you everything that I'm doing. Let me say hi. Let me smile. Let me not wear a hat. Let me look presentable. Let me not wear dark colors. If those are Tim's, let me not wear those because sometimes those could be intimidating. We tried to do so many things to appear to be the friendly neighborhood black person. And at the end of the day, it's never enough. And that's why I couldn't sleep last night. I said, and I don't want to get emotional. I just got emotional thinking about it. I'm raising black men, raising them to be good black men, having these conversations. I'm talking literally to my mama, my daddy, my sister. I called Shari. I called both my sisters. Like, I was calling everybody. I got something to say because I feel like we were unfairly discriminated against, and I need to talk about it because I'm feeling the way about it. And so Isaiah's like, what happened? And I'm like, you don't remember about the video when the police came? So we pulled that up. And so at the end, I was like, how do you feel? And he was like, I can't believe it. And I said, I'm sorry if you're now been illusioned and you're no longer disillusioned as what it means to be a black man in America.
Because they're going to remind you every day.
I said, I am so sorry that I've made you so aware of your black skin. But what you have to remember is even if you forget and you want to blend in, you never will.
Never.
I gave this story. I'm going to give this story really quickly. At my job, there was this lady, she's Jewish, and her son wears the Star of David. And she was explaining to me that when she goes out and even, we were talking about discrimination, she was telling me how she identifies with, she understands the discrimination that I face as a black person in America because she's Jewish.
Girl, me, you, same.
And her son wears this Star of David cross, which identifies. And so she was saying, literally in the same breath, so when we go out, I have him take it off so we don't get those looks. And I said, well, let me stop you right there. You know the privilege that you have of taking that necklace off and suddenly you blend in and all is well? Girl, this skin,
It's on. I try.
everywhere I am, it is.
It's still there.
It's never invisible.
No.
It will betray me every single time. So the privilege that you say you
Not only
have,
is it not
I
invisible,
don't.
It's the first thing you see.
It's a warning
Let
sign.
me tell you what I had to tell my sons. It very rarely gets cold in LA, right? And I'm telling Joe he has a hoodie on walking outside. And I'm like, yo, take your hoodie off. He's like, man, why? I'm like, he's like, my ears. So innocent. Because I got a hoodie on too. Right. I take it off because it's nighttime, right? I say, yo, it's getting dark. We were walking around the neighborhood. He was getting some steps with me. This is 2 years ago when I was also trying to lose weight. Forget that stuff. Okay? I'm back now. Mm-hmm. So he's like, why? I'm like, because I realized I got to tell him. I said, when you're black and you're walking around in the dark, you're already black. So people are going to think, oh, what's that guy up to? Now when you have a hood on, they're going to be like, is he trying to conceal his identity? I tell him about Trayvon Martin because I'm like, this
you can't just be cold.
No, you can't just be cold. I said, you're just being cold if somebody else's, this is a threat. And you don't have time to explain yourself. I'm not a threat. Oh my gosh, it's just, obviously it's cold to you. It's cold to everyone. But if this difference between that and this might be life or death for you, because Trayvon Martin was number 16, I think, at the time. My kids are 13 and 11. They could be walking to take the trash from the front of our house back to our house with a hoodie on. And that might be all the time that they need. So the fact that I have to explain that, so now we have to teach this to them all along the way. When I take my kids to go to the bathroom at a gas station, if you're not like when we stop on the road, when you go to use the bathroom, buy something first. I tell them that, and I still do that to this day. Go in, hello, can I buy a piece of gum? When you've purchased, do you mind if I use your bathroom? That's going to be a different response, and you shouldn't have to do that.
No. You shouldn't have to.
Go on, sir.
And no, the thing that's just, even bothering me the most about this thing in this building is that we've been trying to get all these orders out for Christmas time, because you've been getting the merch, the Black Friday sale. Listen, man, the holiday rush is coming, man, and this guy's getting in the way of that. And if you sell stuff online, you better get ready with ShipStation. Now, with more people buying online than ever before, you have to be able to ship orders out quickly, efficiently, and affordably. But how do you keep track of all those orders? Or decide which shipping carrier to use? Or if you're getting the best rates. Luckily, ShipStation can help. With just a few clicks, you'll be managing orders, printing labels, and getting those products out the door and delivered in time for the holidays. Now, tell me about it. Like, I know you put up that Beyonce video the other day, and you did your Black Friday sale. Did you sell out of everything?
I sold out of everything, every piece, every size,
every single thing.
And only ShipStation helped keep us organized.
Because you got to get all those out. We can't do what we did back in the day when we tried to ship.
No, boy, we're beyond that stuff. Greg is in the back packing merch, doing ShipStation right now.
You already know. And no matter what you're selling, you ain't got to sell t-shirts like us, but no matter what you're selling, Amazon, Etsy, your own website, ShipStation brings all your orders into one simple interface. ShipStation works with all major carriers, including USPS, FedEx, and UPS, so you can compare and choose the best shipping solution for you and your customer. Now, take the hassle out of holiday shopping this year. Let ShipStation help you handle it all with ease. Just use my offer code RR to get a 60-day free trial. That's 2 months free of no hassle, stress-free holiday shopping. Just visit ShipStation, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and type in RR. That's ShipStation.com. Enter offer code RR. ShipStation. Make ship happen. Back to your outrage.
So it's so smooth, you messed me up.
Hey, back to the outrage.
So here's the thing. So me and Melissa, we're furious. This is after we talked to him and she gives him a piece of her mind. It was kind of sexy, by the way. When she was telling him, I was like, yeah.
You over there like,
yeah.
You tell him.
Yeah, you tell that man, huh? What you doing later? If we ain't have to pick the kids up, let me tell you what been going on. Huh? Another type of discrimination.
So what happened?
So before we get there, so she's like, we should tell our lawyer we want to file a discrimination lawsuit.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, no. And I'm going to tell you why. It's going to cost me money to what? Potentially win and have to stay here? Mm-hmm. All the money that I spend will be useless. To winning it, fighting it, it is literally, I would rather invest it in a conference, piece of content, more equipment. I already know I'm black. I don't need a lawsuit to prove to me that I win. Whether I win or lose, I already lost. I'm just going to be throwing away my money to potentially lose and get what?
You just sloganed being black in America.
I already know I'm black.
Whether I win or lose, I already lost.
I already lose.
Wow. That's heavy.
And let me tell you what, I was furious. So I started watching The Watchmen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no.
Episode 1, Tulsa Riot, Blackness on 10. Show was about racism. Didn't know. I knew the
Watchmen's
first
about racism. I
the
thought it was a
first
superhero
episode,
show.
The first 20 minutes is about the Tulsa.
I'm all in.
Remember we went to
It's
Black
not about
Wall Street?
superheroes?
It is, but it's set in current day America.
Okay.
Racism. Remember we went to Tulsa, Black Wall Street? They reenacted. So I'm too hot, right? Queen and Slim. Another thing, then Tony sends me the Jim Crow album, and this all happened all this week. So my blackness has been like, bruh, like I'm really looking at the way. That's why I was at the gym lifting. I'm just like, bruh, I can't stop this part.
Right.
Like I can't stop him from discriminating on me. I can't make him make me stay here. What can I control? And that's why ownership is so important to me. Because I realize, like, thankfully, by the grace of God, we're going to lose money from what we put into here. Just is what it is, right? And part of me was like, I ain't going to paint another wall in another studio till I own it. Y'all ain't going to do this to me
You're
again,
give
right?
me twice, right?
But when we don't have black people owning this stuff, people are always going to treat us like this. If this was a black-owned building and they had the same, Kev, you know, man, we've been having problems, bro. Have you seen anything? If I'm the owner, I'm not going to, the only difference is if I don't automatically assume it's the black person. That might be the only difference between a black person owning it and not a black person owning it. So I'm literally like, I got to be on my Tyler Perry. I got to own the whole lot.
We're buying the building.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna buy the building and be on it. But that's what made me feel like I was like, the only way I've got to make enough that I can own the building. Because when you own it, nobody can tell me whether I can come or go. And the thing that made me infuriated, and I'm glad I own my house and blah, blah, blah. I think the thing that like to my core made me so mad is that he has the power to do this.
Man.
To even toy, to say, I'll
To
just
play with your life.
What if I didn't have the money? What if this is it?
What if you didn't have the 800 credit score?
What if I didn't have the 800?
What if your last
What
dollar
if I
was
don't have
invested in this
the
place?
security deposits to go to another place? Like, that's not the case. Everybody's not in my position.
Right.
And I hated the fact that he could just, well, maybe I'll talk to the investors.
Like just
and
threw you a bone, like, well, maybe month to
I
month
think
if you
I'm
play by
gonna
my
beg
rules.
to hear, exactly.
Right.
I'll beg you leaving? Okay.
Something similar
Oh, yeah,
happened with Nipsey Hussle. He told that story about
bless you.
how in the Slauson building, like the guy like owned
Yeah.
the building and like
Yeah.
he would take all the seats out so they couldn't sit there, but he would take their money and then he would just be like, "Man, how dare you?" And then he ended up buying the building. Now that the same guy pays rent to him.
Exactly.
That's
And
how
that's
you-
my thing. Like, I may not ever, and that's what, you can go.
Thank you, Melissa. That was very.
Thank you, Liz.
Yes, it was.
Well
I was
spoken.
infuriated because I'm like, first of all, I'm not going to prove to you that I'm worthy. Yeah, I'm never even going to give you that power.
I'm not gonna sing for my supper.
Bro, I would
No.
rather die first
Right.
than to ever let you think I want to stay here.
Right.
After that,
Oh, you're principle over everything.
I
Hold on,
didn't.
I wanna say one
I never felt. Go,
I just remember something.
go ahead.
That
Scoot up, scoot up.
sorry. I just remember that the other thing I agree with
Girl.
you. It took me a while to agree with Kevin because at first I was like, no, I don't feel I deserve to be here because I paid my money to be here and I've done nothing wrong. Like he should just deal. Until Kevin was like, well, he said it'll be month to month. I was like, okay, well, we out of here. Because I agree that's a power move and you're not going to possess that type of power over me. But
Do you have to? I'm sorry. Let me cut you. Go ahead.
but I'm not gonna lie. Last night, literally, I couldn't go to sleep. I was up I was so frustrated and like fear because I'm like, I feel like we try to do everything right and we're still not good enough.
do everything
Yes.
right. No try.
So what I
Me.
literally what I wanted to do last night, and I ain't gonna lie, I tried, but I couldn't find his direct email, was shoot him an email. And just to be like, just so you know what all of this is, here are links to all of our social media pages so you understand what we're doing. But please believe we're still going to leave. I just want you to see yourself.
Yeah.
I just want the honest opportunity for you to be like, oh,
Yeah.
I get it.
Right.
Because part of it is maybe he just really doesn't understand. He doesn't get it. And I feel like this burden to like prove myself. Like we're not who you think we are. And I literally was like, I'm about to email him. I'm about to do this little nice, nasty email. I'm about to include these links. And I just want him to come face to face with his own racism and discrimination. But I couldn't find it, and prejudice.
So,
But I couldn't find his email.
I texted
You got to find
him.
that email.
I texted the number he called me from and the other number, and it was like I got the text back. You texted a landline. I was like, "You old bum! I'm trying to show you, like, it's just,
You texted a landline.
it's like, you ain't even got no cell phone, you bum.
Bro.
I was just like, it's.
This is what I would say. Now, you guys don't have to take the suggestion of Doughboy, because I know I'd be in left field a lot of the time. Now, why I would say don't waste your money and don't have to do that whole legal battle, but by the time you leave, I would publicly say his name. Me, I would. I think that there should be attention brought to the racism that's happening. Just so people know, bro, you're not supposed to treat people like that. And I really don't think he understands your platform or the, you know what I mean? Like your reach. You know what I'm saying? I feel like sometimes you have to use that for the right reason.
What Kanye said.
Put it out.
Even if you're in a Benz, you're still a nigga in a
coupe.
And it was a coupe, C-O-U-P-E and C-O-O-P.
Wow.
It was a
double entendre.
Bro, it don't matter if I'm Kevin on stage or Kevin Fredericks. If I have all these followers, what matters is you're just a nigga in a coupe. It don't matter what I drive. There's a problem. You're black.
Exactly.
It's either you or the Nigerians. It can't
It's
be
gotta
the homeless
be. It can't
guy.
be us. It can't be Skaggs or our neighborhood homeless man. He smells of urine.
I was like, why would a tenant who pays money and uses the bathroom, like, think about this.
Right.
Take your anger and racism and prejudice aside.
And
why would
use your
a tenant purposely flood a toilet
that
of a bathroom
has paid you every month, that has put his own money into making your place look better?
Why would that person just flood they need to use it, you idiot.
I'm gonna take a big dump today, man.
So that's another fear.
I'm not flushing either.
I have feeling. So here's the thing. So remember I said hi to everybody today. I'm not talking to none of y'all.
Oh no, it's a wrap.
The dude was in there and let me tell you, angry cat.
He was down there?
No. I had to
He
pay
better
the
not.
rent today.
I wanted to go with you. I was about to ask you.
Listen, I was.
Oh my God,
I seen him in the office. He been avoiding my eye contact. I know
They don't want that eye contact.
Opened up the slot, threw the check in there, came back. Because it don't matter if I smile and wave, give you a hug,
You still gonna.
it's not even him. He's the property manager. He just works here.
Somebody's getting this.
He'll send the message of a scout. God looked at me really crazy from 13. Man, what you do?
That's the thing that made me feel powerless.
The guy I think is in that corner over there.
The thing that made me feel powerless is like I still gotta pay
like
this.
a little perch.
So you're gonna stay to the end of the lease?
Well, I've got to pay it. I mean, we're gonna be looking for a new place anyway.
Right.
Greg, by the way, Greg, if you see any places, we should all be looking online.
Oh no,
This is really happening in real time. You just got.
Yes.
No.
This happened yesterday.
And it's
You
fed.
gotta warn me for stuff like
Oh,
this. I
you
wasn't
get all
ready for
you
this.
you got STDs. I got a
I
girlfriend.
was never
You got
ready.
baby pregnancies. You get all the curveballs. I ain't got no STDs and
wasn't ready
babies.
for this.
I told Liz. I text Josh and Greg. I said, do not tell Doughboy and Josh about this.
I'm
want a
blindsided.
curveball.
I was like,
So I'm
oh.
literally like, so actually part of me like, you know, I don't stay mad long. Because I was furious, and then I realized it's a waste of time, waste of money. So then the next thing was like, all right, now I can get the studio space I really want. The one that was over there,
Right.
and they called me after I signed here. I'm like, oh, y'all ain't called me.
man.
Alyssa wasn't trying to pay the price. Nah, we got to pay the price of racism. You understand me? Racism.
And it ain't cheap. That don't cut the price of racism on Black Friday.
The price of racism is going up. It
up.
only going up. I got to get the place. But now I want plenty of space because, you know, we be shooting game night in there. It be small.
It's a little tight. It's a little tight. I'm just saying this. We're open for opportunity now. You know.
And I realized the thing is, we're not going to fix this in one generation, one interaction, one lawsuit. Like that's really where I put my money. Like, my lawyer, and the funny thing is my lawyer had just sent me a bill for just a negotiation of a deal that fell through. And I looked at that and I was like, man, we do a lawsuit.
This is what you owe me for the money you ain't gonna make. But I still need mine though.
The deal fell because he was like, man, I seen the deal. You shouldn't sign it, Kev. I would never recommend it. Also,
But you need to sign that.
Here you go,
Oh, that's
Toots.
gonna be paid. Don't do it. Yes, do it. No.
yeah, you could have used the money from that deal to pay me, but you don't want it. But also pay me.
I gotta get paid.
So I just paid that bill, and the thought of litigation.
No, because we know people with money that have said stuff like that. Like, I'll just tie them up in legal fees. I got more money.
You remember?
Yes, I remember.
This dude, and I was like, oh, when y'all have money like that.
yeah.
He said, I just had, that dude really said, he wasn't even talking to me in dough. We were just in the office. He was like, Here's the terrible. Let me tell you how evil this industry is. The person who said that was the one in the wrong.
He
He was like, I know I'm wrong.
But I got
here's
more
the
money.
thing. I got $100 million. He don't. So sue me. By the time I spend $150K in legal fees,
You'll be done.
you'll be out of money.
And that's when we really learned the game,
And
though.
that's- and
it
I-
was just
bro.
like, this really happens.
Just to do to what end?
Yeah.
And when I win, what do I win?
No, exactly.
I have to stay here.
Yeah.
I get a 5-year lease. I get some damages. If I could even prove it, it's a waste of time and energy. I'm not even going to focus my energy on that. I'm going to focus on the positive
And
parts
that's
of
why
the things
you
I
win.
can control.
That's why you always win.
Well,
'Cause
don't
you're
let me.
able to-
Can I tell you some thoughts though?
Okay, you ready to fight? I'm ready to fight now. I'll come up out of this
Beat
joint.
up an old man.
All right, hey.
All right, you gonna
I'll
be Robert De
slap-
Niro
I'll
in The
slap
Irishman? I was literally
Shit is
like,
called-
I'll come and like, I want to pee on stuff. I want to fight. I want to break a window. Like, it's just like it's a whole thing, and it's hard when you're black. You know it. You feel it in the looks. Like Melissa, I know I said this earlier, but I knew from the first interaction with the police. It was visceral. I knew from that interaction, we're not going to make it here.
You have to know that.
And it was a premonition. It was a feeling. It was like the person in the store, like, remember we were in New York?
I remember that.
The Korean person, they were Korean.
there you go.
They were literally, like, me and Doughboy were walking. They were like almost breathing on our necks. And like, we were literally like, first of all, we can't even steal this, possibly. You're so close to us. This guy could be
He
stealing.
could be doing all the things.
It was 20 of us in there finna spin a fin. Just do
Okay,
that.
Hey,
this
try
is
it
the thing
again,
that
try
I'm
it
saying,
again.
though. This is what you got to think about. Kevin, I text you this over the weekend. This is a very, very serious deal. Josh, you should hear this too.
I'm listening. Tell me more.
I'm officially in the 250s. Okay.
Welcome.
250.
I've been here
I'm
for
250,
years.
I'm 259.
Oh wow.
You understand? I started my weight loss journey at 286. I'm 259 on my
No,
way.
you did not start at 286.
No, 486. I'm sorry, 486.
I'm about to say, you
Let's
had a
let's
couple
not.
of the honor up in there.
I started at 486, and so to be at this point and to be that close to 225, I had to hit Kev up the other day, like, bro, what do I do here in this new neighborhood?
This dude said, I'm in the 250s. What's the lay of the land? Let me tell you, I've been here for many a year. I've been stuck in this neighborhood for about a good 10 years.
Let me see. I stay away from starches,
But
man.
that's the thing, though. Getting
The key is to eat late at night if you want to stick around.
the thing is, getting in shape, it is not just about losing weight. It's about learning healthier habits and feeling better about yourself, whether that's more stamina to keep up with your busy life, finally getting into those goal genes, being more in tune with your body's needs, or practicing more self-care. Now, Noom is really amazing because of the ease and convenience of the app. Another reason I love Noom is because it encourages you and it doesn't shame you. It knows that you're human. I don't like to be shamed. I'm a human being. I'm going to eat food. I'm going to make mistakes. I don't want you to make me feel bad for that. So that's the thing. Like, people keep asking me, like, because I just dropped 14 pounds in 2 weeks. People don't know. That's Noom, bro.
Let's go, man.
That's Noom,
New
bro.
nickname
That's
alert.
That's Noom.
New
I'm
nickname
following the
alert.
program. I'm staying on it, and I'm putting in all the hours. Now, this is what you got to understand. Noom is a habit-changing solution that helps users learn to develop a new relationship with food through personalized courses. No food is good, bad, or off limits. No. Noom teaches moderation and can be used in conjunction with many pre-existing popular diets if you want. So that's my thing. Like, I don't really like diets, but I was like, keto, some of this, like, intermittent fasting. I kind of just
bit of
made
that, little bit of this.
my own thing. You feel what I'm saying? So you don't have to change it all in one day, Kevin. Small steps make big progress. Sign up for your trial today at Noom.com. That's NOOM.com/ratchet.
Ratchet.
What do you have to lose? Visit Noom.com/ratchet
Ratchet.
to start your trial today. That's Noom.com/ratchet.
Ratchet.
The last weight loss program you'll need. This has been a heavy episode, Kevin.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you what. It's
How you feeling?
I feel. That's a good question. I feel a lot of things.
Okay.
It's a mixed. It's the most disheartening thing is you do everything right and it's not good enough.
Let me give you a different way to look at this, and I think it might help.
Okay.
How you're looking at this. Outside of it being blatant racism and that way, I don't believe this man thought you would react in the way that you reacted. I think in his mind, he felt he could just kind of push on you a little bit, and that I'm sorry. No, I'll definitely take the month to month. Remember back when we were flying, and that lady, your bag went over like 1.5 pounds. Sometimes people just have it in their head that they got something over you and they just want to mess with you.
Right.
And that's what I feel. He is in the position of power to give you a hard time. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to fill that place. He needed to fill that. He doesn't want to lose that money, but he just wanted to mess with you. And then when he seen that he couldn't, then I think that could be a different way to frame, because just like that lady was bothering you over that 1 pound, it's like, man, why are you doing this? Because she can and she's in that position. So when you can take it out of that, like, oh, bro, you just think that you're the man because you're the king of this castle, but that's all this is. It's just some type of thing for you on the inside of you. So I wouldn't let it turn me up too much on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like in some ways, like when I got fired, I was so mad at the person who fired me and the lady who fired me. But later on in life, I realized, like, oh, you really
weren't good at what you were doing?
No. Well, obviously that.
Right.
First of all, I was good. I was unmotivated.
Right.
Once them housing prices dropped and them bonuses were gone, you talk about taking. So let me tell you this, by the way. So my son, yesterday we picked him up from school. He had a teacher he doesn't like, and he was like, Melissa's like, what do you not like about him? He was just like, the way, like her voice just doesn't incentivize me to learn.
Joe said that. Joe he's been here before.
I like, man,
it doesn't incentivize me to learn.
So when I was at the Bank of America and the housing market was great, them bonus checks, like I could do this job because in my mind, I'm gonna get this. I could put money down
flip
here,
this way to put it toward the things that are important to you.
Yes. When the housing market crashed, and I realized no matter how good or bad I was at this job, I was gonna make the same $30K. I was like, oh, this is dumb. Like now I have nothing to work for. I have nothing. There's no vacation. There's no money saved. There's no new equipment for the plays. There's nothing. So, but with this, it's like, you know what? Maybe this is just gonna get me to my next studio.
This is what I'm thinking. This is in my spirit. I'm gonna say it now.
Obviously, it's gonna get me to my next studio.
Oh yeah, we don't have a choice.
You don't know what studio you're going to. You got to go to your home studio.
We're not going back to the crib.
This is what I really.
Going back to the crib.
No, this is what I really feel.
That one where we did the photo shoot before we do that.
This is what I feel. This is what's in my spirit. I'm gonna just throw this out to you. You may not agree, but I don't care. I'm gonna just say it anyway. Like you say, you out here getting this paper. You out here 800 credit score. Bro, I feel like you could get your own building, own it, and rent out to other people. Well, I believe that for you.
In Atlanta.
That expense, I was going to say, I don't know about LA.
I ain't even got the house here yet.
But
you want me to
listen,
own a commercial real estate?
I'm just saying, I think that it could happen.
Oh, in time or like by February?
I don't know if it's by February.
Nah.
No. Hey,
let's just talk in reality.
If I do it February, I'm really going to be living there like, sir, you're not living here like, are you brushing your teeth in the bathroom?
Hey, tranquilo, yeah. You don't take it easy,
Are you brushing your teeth in the bathroom?
Man, mind your business. But so
it's Dolomite.
For real. Dolomite moved on to the movie set. Like, man, give me some more power. Like, why?
Okay, so what's gonna happen to us now? We got to just figure out a couple months to figure it out.
There's an office building. So here's the funny thing.
My credit can't help out, man. I'm just saying.
I can co-sign.
Here's the funny thing about
7-ish.
this. No lie. I always, this whole year, I've always been looking for office space.
Really?
The whole year.
You tell me,
Kevin's like that, man.
From that thing, because in my mind, I'm like, if they
this
trip,
can go left.
I need to, and I've seen some places. I'm going back. I know this where I'm going immediately tomorrow.
Let me go,
But I've always been thinking about like, where am I gonna go? What am I looking for in my next office space? Like one thing I would love is a bathroom inside of the. You know, like I'm not a big fan of the community bathroom.
This place sucks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But actually a lot of offices have community bathroom. Even like high-powered Hollywood offices. Like once we got this, I started paying attention. I'm like, man, does anybody have bathroom? Very few in LA have it in the actual thing.
True, yeah,
like even the tax guy, his ain't in the thing.
Oh, his ain't in there.
When I went to that meeting with you know who in Hollywood, such and such, theirs ain't even in the thing. And they got a floor on Sunset. A floor.
But I just
even your boy, when I was meeting over there, you know, who and the what's it?
Oh yeah.
Theirs ain't even in there.
You know what though? That's one less thing to clean though.
And it's one less thing to clean. But I like it for the guests. But
that's fair.
Definitely more space for like game night and we don't have enough space to even pull the cameras back. Like when we want to do wide angles, if we had DSLRs, Josh can't even pull them back. There's literally not enough space. So I'm taking this as an unction forward into the space that we can do more. And I'll definitely still be able to shoot our stuff in here. Oh, okay. I thought it was a dude.
Oh, I thought it was go time. You can't come in here like that. I was like, oh, here we go.
I literally was
it's
like,
time.
all right.
I was like, oh, it's time. Let's throw it all away right now.
Risk it all for sure.
Don't worry about February. We're out today.
I would have been the nicest, nasty person.
I would not have been.
So as you see here is exactly what we told you was going on.
Man. I was like, oh, this is
Oh,
just,
it's go
you know
time.
that
It's right on
when
time.
Amigos and Joe Budden.
Oh yeah.
There was
They was they look so ridiculous. You can't have floral print trying to get ready to fight. Just take this off.
It was the funniest thing ever because the black lady came in. She was like, man, what's going on here? You know the black lady?
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was and then academics is like, and that's your boy.
And then Joe just walked off like, man, he's
You
bummed.
don't want no smoke.
This is okay, but this is a very interesting situation now because this was supposed to be a really jam-packed episode for a lot of other reasons, and
We'll be doing it on the bonus episode.
oh, because we was about to talk about Queen and Slim.
And now we'll be able to use our real
now you can really say how you
and
feel.
that's why I did what I do. I was like, oh, on the bonus
kept
episode.
stretching
I have
it. I was
some
like-
strong feelings about Queen and Slim.
weird.
Oh, we all
trying
do.
to talk about it.
Oh, we have a lot to talk.
The right pack will know the truth.
On
yeah.
Friday.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. Right pack. If you haven't seen the movie, please go support.
You got a couple
No,
days.
go see the movie so you can be in the conversation.
Absolutely.
Because
Go-
we're gonna give spoilers and everything. Let's just have fun.
Oh,
with
yeah.
it.
just
Who cares?
go see it.
Go see it
before
because
so
it's
we
definitely
can
something.
say the
Y'all actually
word.
worked, so now you
Say
can
what
really
you
say.
need to
Oh,
say.
yeah.
You slide fox you.
know what you
Okay.
say.
That's why I
Okay.
love the bonus episodes.
Well, how much time did we spend so
We
far?
already at
We're at an hour.
It's almost 2
Well,
o'clock.
we didn't even
That's
tell
why he's
people
here.
what we did on Thanksgiving.
We ate.
You fasted. You didn't do nothing.
Okay.
How long did you fast on Thanksgiving?
Just a day. Just till 8
You
p.m.
didn't eat at
No,
all?
because I was praying to God. I was like, man, I'm sick of having bad holidays because of my old baggage from family issues. Let me just fast and show you. Look, you can have this one. Let me have the rest though.
You didn't eat or you didn't
I
do
didn't
nothing?
eat.
You didn't
I
watch
didn't
football?
Oh no, I did all the other things. I just
He's
didn't
like,
eat.
I smelled the
I
ants.
just didn't eat.
I walked by. I was like, I like
Let's
it.
not be crazy here. I was doing a whole lot of blue chewing.
Oh, you ate then.
Oh, I ate. I just didn't eat no pumpkin pie. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, understand me.
So the only thing about my Thanksgiving, I'm telling you now, I told my kids, I told my wife, so next year I'm not
Bro,
leaving.
side note, you look so broken down when you on your Instagram stories when it was like 3 o'clock on Thanksgiving and you still hadn't eaten.
Oh, bro.
Bro, I felt his pain. It wasn't even. He didn't post no more for the rest of the day. I was like, bro, hurt. And
I,
no plates
I knew
after
he
that?
saw my comment about me going on my second meal
I was
already,
like-
too.
That's
I
the
know he
first
was
comment I
sick.
saw.
Good.
Bro.
So 2 things. First, divorce sucks.
Yes,
because
it
that
does.
we have to have 3
Every-
Thanksgivings. I had to visit Melissa's mom on Saturday. First of all, trash eating week, trash workout
Oh,
week
man. Throw
for
it
me.
out. Okay.
Because I had to eat basically 3 Thanksgiving dinners. Like 3
Don't
dinners.
act like that with somebody twisting
No, you
your arm
had
to do
to,
it. You
'cause
had a
they're
good time
different
with it.
Right. But the thing that started off terrible, LAX on Friday.
Oh, did you have to
It
get out and
looked
walk?
horrible,
Yes.
How far did you have to walk?
It was a
In-N-Out,
25
right?
minute walk from where to In and Out.
With the kids and the wife?
Kids who were half asleep because we had like a red eye, so the kids are like half asleep, and we were literally at that. So you know the red light before In and Out, the
Yeah.
final red light before
Yeah.
the next.
You got out there?
So no, we
Lincoln.
got to that red light right there. We're there for an hour, okay, trying to get to the airport. So we left in plenty of time. Like I left to allow for us to be 3 hours early. I did not factor in the Friday before Thanksgiving for it to be an hour from one red light to the next. So by the time we finally, so he tried to sneak around, go this way and that way. Literally an hour and a half of it is him right on Sepulveda trying to get through that thing. So we end up getting by In and Out, and I'm looking like there's cars. I'm like, we're never
not gonna make it.
We if we sit in this car and wait, because we ain't even to the airport yet. We're just trying to get in. We have to walk in the middle of the night, cold.
Was there other people walking too?
Everybody was walking. Crazy amount of people missed their flights. Like the funny thing is, the airport was actually empty because so many of the people were stuck in cars.
And they keeping that money for them flights.
Oh
They
man.
be cleaning up.
Oh man.
Okay, well,
So
this,
anyway, but spending time with my family and stuff. The actual Thanksgiving was so like we ate so late. By the time I ate, it was like 5.
that'd be frustrating, especially when you hungry and then you smell it.
Next year for Thanksgiving and Christmas, I'm staying in Los Angeles.
I can come too.
I will. You can come.
I fit.
Oh, yeah. I can't do it. It's been 6 years in a row of us leaving on Thanksgiving.
And the messed
And
up part
fact
for you is that just shows how selfless you can be because you spend nothing but your whole year on planes and in hotel stuff. So you would just want one
bruh.
stretch of days tonight, and you did it for other people. Shout out to you, man. You're
My
a good
kids
guy.
were like, "Man, we can." It was like, I was like, you want to see your family? He was like, yeah, but they always get to see us at their home. We always have to go to them. Like
From the mouth of children.
And the thing is, in other big, we were in Chicago and Atlanta, the traffic for those cities at the airport, it was nothing.
LAX.
LA was like, bro, it was like that for like 4 days.
I was going to pick up Kiara on Monday. When she came back, it was nowhere near. It took like an hour total to get there, grab her, and then, you know what I'm saying? About an hour and a half.
Lucky dog.
And so, yes,
Right,
okay.
So bonus
we had a good
episode,
time.
we'll talk about the stuff we were supposed to talk about
So
today.
everybody, I would implore everybody that is not in the right pack to pay your $5 and join. And if you are in the right pack, go watch Queen and Slim, because we are going to talk about that movie in detail because it's important to the culture, amongst other things. I have been Doughboy.
I've been Kevin on discrimination.
Oh, I love it.
Man.
Righteous and Ratchet. We out of here.